Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be teaching you how you can use Git Flow in SourceTree. Now, if you have used Git for your development work, you might have used some sort of pattern. It's basically a way how we manage release, hotfixes, feature branch, or how the merging happens. So the Git Flow is basically a pattern. Now I'm going to convert this repository into Git Flow. Right now I've got a few branches in my local repository and some branches on the remote. So basically I'll show you quickly how you can initialize a Git Flow and what happens when you initialize that. So we'll go to the repository. We have a Git Flow and then click on Initialize Git Flow repository. Here you want to name your production branch, development branch, a feature branch, a release, hotfix, or a version as well. So here I will have my development branch as development. So this development branch is already there. So I'll say, hey, can you go and use this one? For release, we can use this feature branch where we create a new release. We will create a new feature on the top of the release, and it helps us to merge things automatically. So I'm going to leave the production branch as master branch for now. I'm going to click on OK. Now it's initializing the Git repository, and you will notice that we have development got merged into one of the other branch. And now what happens is when we open, let me open Git Bash. So I'll open Bash. I'm gonna try navigating to that repository. So okay, I'm gonna have to open the file explorer and then actually navigate to that dev, and I've got the repository here. I'll right click and click on Git Bash here. Now, if you take a look at your Git repository, let me zoom in a bit. Okay, so here I'll show ls, so I'm in that folder, and here I'm gonna type cat.git/config. Now this is the file which has your Git configuration. Now I just we would just initialize the repository. So here you see we have a master branch, we have authentication branch, all these branches are there. Now there's another key variable called Git Flow. Now Git Flow has a key, and the branch is set to master, develop to development. It also has a prefixes, feature, release, hotfix, and versioning, and the name of the folder that I will create. Now if I go back to SourceTree, I'm going to click on repository, go to Git Flow, and here you can see we have some new options. So I can start a new feature, start a new release, start a new hotfix. So first of all, the way you initialize, once you initialize, you got to make sure that you start a new release. So I'm gonna start a release, and I will say release underscore 0.01. okay, and then I'll just simply click on OK, and it will take the latest code from our development branch. So let's click OK, and you'll notice that we will have a folder called release. We have this release underscore 0.01, and then the branch is created as well, and this is my active branch. Now before I start working, what I'll do is go to repository again, and I'm going to click on start new feature, and then here I will name feature. For example, I'm working on code verification. I'll click on OK, and there you go, we have a feature folder, and then also we have a release folder. Now currently I'm on a code underscore verification branch. Now I've got something sitting in my stash which I basically did some work today, and this is all the changes I made to the code. So what I can do is right click and say apply stash to the current branch. So I'll click on apply stash and say, are you sure you want to stash on development to your working copy? Well, I'm a bit, not comfortable doing that in SourceTree. I usually use terminal. So I'm gonna go back to the code and first of all, let's check a status. Yep, that's clean. And I'm in, what is the branch here? So branch now is feature / code verification. So it's all good. So I'll type git stash apply. And there you go. I've got everything back. Now SourceTree will be able to see what's changed there. So there's about all of these files are here. So I'm not gonna go back to terminal. I've done the stashing there because I'm more comfortable with terminal. So here are the changes that I made to my repository, and I'm gonna do a commit here. So I'll say committing backup. So I'll just do commit here, and again I'm gonna stage all, and then let's click on commit, and I've committed that. Also now once I've committed, I'm going to push that to our remote. So here it's saying branches to push. It's going to push the development branch, a feature code verification branch, also this release branch. Okay, so I'm going to click on push, and you will notice that in the remote we'll see all of these folders getting generated automatically. So there you go. I have created this feature code verification. Also I've created a release. Now what will happen is when we go to the code verification, we do the work, we commit, we push the code. Now once we are done, then we can basically go to repository and then go and say finish feature. Now what this finish feature will do, it will ask you to actually if you want to keep the branch or not. So if I say delete branch, it will delete this code verification branch after merging that to a development branch. Here's another option, rebase on development branch, which means that it's going to rebase on the development branch. Okay, I'm going to click on OK, and now it's going to merge my code verification code to development branch. Now the problem is that development branch has some restrictions. So because I've set some permissions on a GitHub repository, so for that, now what I will have to do is to create a pull request. So once we do a pull request, then this will go to the GitHub, and then I can approve it, or somebody who has access to that branch, he can approve that. But for now, because there's a permission, that's why it's not happening. But this is great. Everybody pretty much like to use Git Flow. It makes it life easier. So you start a release, you start creating features, and then you click on finish. It will automatically merge back to your development branch. And once you've done that, you click on the finish release, and finish release will basically rebase your master. So here you can even see the preview. What it's going to do, it's going to get the master branch and development branch merged together, and then it's going to put that code into your release. And you can also delete branch, but I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to leave that release branch there, because we're going to keep the record of the release version that we're making for this software. So I would I would prefer not to delete it. Okay, so in terms of theory about Git Flow and how it works, I'm planning to make another video, so stay on, and yeah, I'll create a video and I'll share with you guys how the Git Flow actually works. But if you people already know, this was a quick video about how to use Git Flow with SourceTree. Okay, so this is really good. You create a branch, you keep on working, you make a pull request that goes to your development branch, and development branch can have, you know, your finished version of release, which goes to the master, and also the release version which you create. So this is great workflow. I've used this workflow in many companies, and currently we're using this as well. So I'm really a fan of this Git Flow. Okay, so you might have another pattern that can be messy, but once you get used to this, you are going to really love it. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.